What's up, everybody? This is Vonda Evans coming to you live. Uh, Got to get everything ready. How you doing today? Jumped on here, and I'm not gonna be long, but I want to talk to you tonight about dealing with death. That's something that nobody want to talk about. You gonna get over it. you know yeah, it hurt, but that's part of life. um Life's terminal, different things. And it sounds good, but it doesn't feel good. And it seems as though death is visiting earlier than what we had anticipated. We believe that, you know, we had time, you know. My child is 3 years old. I got a lifetime, right? They're going to outlive me. And they don't. And you get a diagnosis that they have a terminal illness. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on for a minute. To death do us part. I'm still living. Um, my husband, my wife just passed. Wait a minute. Hold on for a minute. We get a bad report from our mom, our dad, and we are very disappointed. Let me tell you something about life. For everyone watching me, including myself, I have a birth date and you have a death date. Now, your birth date, you don't know your death date. And so we keep going on, and we grow up, hopefully, and we go on through life. And what we don't understand is that as a part of life, you may have different titles. You may be a mom, a dad, you're going to be a teenager, you're going to be a young adult, you're going to a judge, a lawyer, a police officer. You're going to have different responsibilities, different callings, different opportunities. But all of them have to come to an end. Nobody wants to get fired. Nobody wants to get laid off. Nobody doesn't want to get reelected. We don't want to see the end of something that we become accustomed to. We just know, it. I don't want my house to burn down. I don't want to see the end of something. We get comfortable. And let me tell you about comfort. In the Bible, for those of you who are Christians, the Bible says that we are ambassadors of Christ. An ambassador is a person who goes to a foreign country with their customs and their beliefs. So if I went to England, they don't celebrate the 4th of July. I would. They may not celebrate Juneteenth. I would. So there's certain holidays, certain things that I would do, customs for me, that they don't celebrate. But when you become so engraft in the country that you're sent to, you're not an ambassador. You're a traitor. The Bible says that we are in this world. We're not of this world. We're called for an assignment, like your job, like being a mom, like being a dad, like being a husband, like being a wife. That was your assignment. And now your assignment ends before you're ready. As a result, we're angry about it. This wasn't supposed to happen. How many times can I tell you, as a retired judge, having people come into my courtroom with death due to violence, car accident, something that they just did not foresee. It wasn't supposed to happen. You look up. See, let me tell you something about kids. They come through us, not from us. What do you mean? Many years ago, I had an opportunity to go to a funeral, and the rabbi, it was his child, and he was giving a eulogy, and I may be saying the wrong word, but it was a eulogy. And he gave an example. He said that there was a rabbi, and he had gone away, and he had, two children. They were twins, and they got hit by a car. And when he came home, he asked the wife, "Where are my sons?" And she said, Rabbi, I have a question for you. She says, "I was in town today and I found a purse. And within the purse was a diamond. And a woman came up to me and said, 'That's my diamond ring. What is my responsibility?'" He said, "You did have possession." She said, "Yes, but you didn't have ownership." The woman who indicated that was her diamond ring and explained what it was, it belonged to her and you had to give it back. He said, "My wife, where are my sons?" She says, "Their owner has come to claim them." See, everybody is on loan. We're not here we're here temporary, but we get used to it. And so we get so angry when there's a disruption, or we may have remorse. Why did it have to happen to my son? Why my daughter have to get killed in a car accident? Why did it have to happen to me? That wasn't supposed to happen to me. We're Christians. We Jewish. We go to the mosque. We go to Islam. We don't do nothing to nobody. And all of a sudden, this visit's on us. Or we got regret. I was supposed to go see her. This is what happened. I got caught up, in a trial. I was going to see her. I got my ticket and everything. Here it is right here. I got my ticket. And she got killed. That's not right. We were supposed to have a lifetime together. We got little kids. Who gonna raise them kids? We had a lifetime together. I'm 30 years old. We're supposed to have at least 50 years. Depression. Now the enemy got you. You can't move. You are where you were, paralyzed in your mind. It's a challenge just to get up to take a shower, because you keep replaying it and replaying it and replaying it and replaying it. And all of these feelings have you bound. And the enemy is winning. Enemy is winning. Because you going for the Jedi mind trick. See, I'm not saying that your loss is not real, but you only got so much time in your life. And instead of being angry with God, why did you take my husband? Why you take my daughter? Could you say, thank you for letting me have a husband? My son got killed at 20. It's some people who kids don't even be 20 months. You were given a gift. A gift. Something so unique. And let me tell you about what life, you know what death teaches us? To value life. Let's be honest. Half them people that you done lost, your husband, you weren't happy with him all the time. Your wife, you weren't happy with her all the time. But we crucify the flesh, but we martyr the dead. We don't even remember that they was cheating on us. We don't even remember that they was had a girlfriend, had a boyfriend. We don't remember that. We just remember the good, the selective. Your kids getting on your nerves. We don't remember that. They just was gone, just love. Because that's what the mind does. Now, if the mind, think about it, can filter out all of the bad and just hold on to the good, that lets you know how powerful your mind is. And instead of taking that time to say, wow, I had a beautiful wife, a son, but I got to continue on that journey. The baton was passed back to me. Now, I've got two choices. I can live in the past and be angry, rejection. I can do all of that. And it's like this, a blessing. Can't nothing get in, nothing get out. I'm stuck. Or I can release it and say thank you. And let me tell you something. When you allow yourself to think about the good times only. I'm not thinking about how he got shot in the head, or they got last time I seen him that they was in the hospital bed. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about when we went out to eat. Oh, I'm thinking about at his last birthday. Oh, I'm thinking about when we was on the when we first met. I'm going to only allow myself to think of positive things, but I have to keep going. You on assignment. And when it's time for us to go wherever we go, you're going to have to give account. What's the difference between a soldier and a warrior? A soldier is someone who's trained for battle. A warrior done been through the battle, and he can tell you about it. She can tell you about it because she survived. See, you got to go through the battle. But I ain't talking about that battle. But we always on the sideline. God don't make no mistakes when it's somebody else. God, everything I'm saying to you, God don't make, but when it's on your foot, but I didn't deserve that. God, that's okay for them, but that ain't okay for me. Okay, because see, I know all of them good sayings to say, but when it's come to me, it's different. Baby, you on assignment. People, my father used to say, more people gonna die than be born in your life as you get old. Get used to it. But what you got to do is go the extra mile. I'll call him tomorrow. Call him right now. Even if you got to call in the middle of the night, I love you. Text them. Because death tells us to honor life because we don't know when it's going to come. But what we got to do is push forward. We got to push forward. And when you are depressed, you feel, okay, I'm going to be down for a day. A day turned into a week. A week turned into a month. A month turned into a year. And a year turned into a decade. All you can think about is when y'all was married. You can't move forward. You're living in your past. You're monitoring this person. Instead of saying, I love them, what was the lesson that I learned? The lesson that I learned, I got to keep going. If my son was a Kappa, then I need to volunteer for Kappa. Oh, what about wait a minute. They was the best cheerleader before they got on drugs. Go be a cheerleader, mom. Go help somebody. You got a gift. You can jump on here on this social media. But I ain't got no title. You don't need a title. You already got a gift. But you had your gift. Share it. Let people know what it feels like to lose a child, to lose your husband, to lose your wife. So I know what I got to go through when I get to that point. Share your testimony. Tell me about how you just didn't want to go on, but that you found the strength to keep moving. Share it. Because when you share it, it make me feel like I ain't by myself. But we don't want to do that. What we'd rather do is be, strong to the world, but inside we broken. And let me tell you about when you broken, you gonna heal that way. So if you broke like this, you gonna heal like that. You gotta say, God, heal me. Give yourself an opportunity. Let me tell you something. And distractions. Ooh, now listen to me, Bonda. My phone said you spent 9 hours a week last week on social media, but you spent 9 minutes in the Bible and then you got sleepy. But I learned more in them 9 minutes than I did in them 9 hours scrolling through the social media, making me feel inferior. Oh, here go the happy husbands and wives. Here go the happy families. I'm looking at the good bodies and the trips and all of that stuff. And all I'm doing is just feeling worse about myself. But I'm still scrolling because I'm addicted. I ain't hurt nobody. Get in that Bible, get in that Quran, get in that Torah, and learn the principles of life. Every time I read that, I be getting sleepy. That ain't entertaining. I want to hear somebody cuss somebody out. I want to remember, right now, we being a traitor because this world means more to us than what we on assignment to do. 9 hours, I can't get 1 minute back. I'm like, damn. But when I was in the midst of it, it was feeling good, scrolling. Oh, what Cat Williams got to say? Oh, okay, what they doing? Oh, Sierra looking good. Oh, okay, what's going on? That ain't nothing. It's a distraction. And that distraction, see, the enemy is winning. Well, I ain't gotta, I'm gonna just distract Vonda. All I gotta do, she gonna be Googling stuff. And then when it's time for her to read the word, she gonna read and then read a chapter and get sleepy and go right to bed. I won. The enemy wants to destroy you. And for many of us, he's winning. He is winning. With us going to the church, to the mosque, to the temple, he winning. Because we're distracted. We're allowing depression to come in our lives. Yesterday, I went to go get my nails done. They were horrible. Well, I ain't got no man. It don't matter. Hair was messed up. I said, get your butt up. You gonna go get your hair cut. You gonna go get your nails done. I felt so much better. Ain't no use in me going outside and walking. It don't matter. I'm getting old. Ain't nobody looking at my body no way. So what difference does it make? I'm gonna give me some more Cheetos. No, you're gonna get up and you're gonna walk. And you're gonna focus on your mind. And you're going to listen to different sermons, different teachings, and you're going to absorb something because you're on assignment. Your assignment ain't just to be living in the suburbs, driving that Escalade, wearing your jewelry. That's not your assignment. God put you here for a reason. He put you to help your neighbor, to give them your testimony, to encourage them. You missing the point. But I go to church and tithe. I mean, what more you want me to do? You're on assignment. And we don't understand. And when we get challenged, when there's a battle that is ahead of us, we mad, we angry, we frustrated. It ain't fair. Everybody, why my wife gotta have cancer? They wife did it, and they was cheating on their wife. So what? We all are going to go through this. And we're walking around so bitter and so angry when we need to be understanding how blessed we were. No, enemy, I can't worry about how the bullet. I'm not going to do that. I can't do. I'm not going to replay that anymore. I'm not going to allow. I got to go on. And some of the people you see, they be on social media, you be like, why they be talking about stuff and like that, me included? Because you don't ever know what battle somebody is fighting within themselves. That they just want to reach out and say, I want somebody else to not suffer the way I did. I want somebody else to understand that you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself that you lost your husband. that you lost your son, that you lost your daughter, that you lost your wife. You're not by yourself. And it prompts people to give, to pour. And what we got to realize is that when we start doing that, it's not so loud. Right now, in some of y'all brains, the fact that y'all done lost a loved one is like, hey, dad, oh. That's all you can hear. That's all you can hear. Because that's all you listening to. And you try to tune it out by listening to the religious programming, but something gonna come back and take you right back to them. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, all you do is think about your loved one, the fact that you miss them, that you love them. And what it's doing is it's destroying you. Because you want an assignment saying, baby, I'm so glad I was able to be a mom. But I gotta take my love, because he loved baseball. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to volunteer for a baseball team. I'm going to volunteer for the cheerleader. I'm going to volunteer for the Boy Scouts. I'm going to do something that he loved. Because when that baton is passed to me, I'm going to honor him in that way and share my gift, my love, instead of being able just a walking time bomb. That's all y'all are. All we do is hear the anger. Oh, don't be trying to get happy. You remember he got shot. Oh boy, I'm going back. Okay, I'm sorry. And we allow the enemy to drown out in our minds the progress, the blessing. And so the next time the enemy comes, say, look, hold on for a minute. Okay? Trick no good. I was blessed that I had my son 20 years. Because I didn't have to have them that long. And I'm thankful to God that I'm a better person. That now I listen. Oh, I'll call my mother tomorrow. No, I'll be calling right now. That you learn something. And I want you to think about this. Those of you who have suffered a loss, what did you learn from that love? What did you learn from that love? Patience? Long suffering? Let me tell you something, and I'm going to close up. For many of you all, you know I had a dog, okay? And this is like my son, I swear. Okay, I mean, everything that I'm telling you, I experienced. Everything. And when he left, I knew he was getting older. You know, he was 17. I had 2 other dogs, both of my daughters. And I had immediately to share the love that I had for him with them. Do I think about him every day? I miss him. But I take that love and I walk the other dog. I get up in the middle of the night if they need some medicine. I learn to turn my love into something that will help somebody else, or in this particular matter, that will help another entity. But I could take that anger and that pain and just keep it bottled up inside of me. But I think to myself, well, I didn't get a chance to do all of these things and to help maybe Prince in this way, but I'm going to do it because his love showed me how to be patient, how to be long suffering, and how to appreciate right now. That's what his love taught me. I'm a better person because of that. Well, you know, you can't compare my daughter to your dog. Well, I'm not saying that. But what did you learn? Well, I'm going to tell you what I want you to do in 2024. Instead of having this anger and this pain, write down the things that you learned. Write it down. And you got a job. You are going one by one to take what you learned and share it with somebody else. Yeah, you got to do that. And you know what? You're going to feel a satisfaction. You're going to feel a sense of purpose. You're not going to be lonely. You're not going to be angry. Will you always feel that pain? Yeah. But now you got purpose. So you know what, this what he will want me to do. Oh, when I used to, cause see, you know them mamas that just drop their kids off at cheerleading. They don't really appreciate the time that they have. Well, you lost your daughter. You lost your son, so you understand. It's important. But you don't have to tell them. But you might got to show up for that child. It's not yours. Volunteer. Take some time out of your schedule because they can't appreciate what you lost. But you know what they're taking for granted because you're a warrior. And instead of reminding them, hey, you need to really spend more time with your daughter. I lost my daughter. You don't have to say that. You got to show up. You got to volunteer. And that love that you have, don't let it turn to hate. Don't let it turn, don't be so selfish that you don't share it with somebody. Well, to death do us part. Some of y'all can't even get in a relationship because you still bound to your husband and your wife. They gave you an opportunity to experience love. And you don't want to share that love with anybody. Anytime you start getting close to them, you shut down. Oh, I don't want to be with them like that. I'm going to do this. You do any and everything to sabotage that relationship. Because, well, what we had was different. Baby, what y'all had ups and downs. He might have been cheating, having babies. Come on, you martyring. Give yourself a chance to love again. Everything wasn't peachy keen, but you overlooked that. And you said, I'm not going to dwell on the fact that he brought a baby in on our relationship. I'm not going to dwell on the fact that she was cheating. We got past that. But when that person died, that's it. Oh, I'm not going to love again. That's okay. Dig me a hole because I'm not going to do that. And you wasting this love. This precious love that you have an opportunity to share with somebody, you're wasting it. To be absent from the body is to be present with Christ. That's what I believe. Everybody says it. But everybody I know who died and came back to like, I don't want to come back, okay? Stop living in the past. It's people dying like, what? Like that. And we sitting over here depressed, angry, resentful, remorseful, regretting stuff, depressed and distracted. And the enemy is winning his ass off. Woo! I'm winning. He winning. No, not for 2024. No. You're not going to win anymore. Game over. Because I get into another relationship don't mean I didn't love my husband or my wife. It just meant that he gave me a love and I want to share it with somebody. She gave me a love. I want to share it with somebody. I'm not going to keep going to the cemetery every week. You know what I'm going to do at that time? I'm going to go and I'm going to volunteer for something that he loved. Go through the pictures, with them little baseball. He got a little baseball and had a little baseball, and she got her cheerleader. Whatever they felt and they loved, go and volunteer for that. Well, I gotta go and clean off the the graves. No, we ain't doing that this year. Because he or she don't live there, they live here. They live here. And you have to be able to honor the part that they played in your life, respect it, but you got to stop letting it cause you pain because you are hurting you and you're not honoring them. If I saw my child going through the pain of losing me, if I could, I would come back down and say, girl, you better stop. Don't do that. Live your life. I did the best I could, baby. I did good and bad. Live your life. Don't worry about me. Live your life. Be a better person. Keep going. Love again. Volunteer. Get dogs. Get cats. Buy birds. Live your life. And if your loved one was here, that's what they would tell you. But you listen to the enemy. And it's time to cut off the volume. It's time to cut off the volume. It's time to learn to live again and to go on with your journey, because life is too short. Learn what you learned from their love and give it away. And watch how happy you make people. She the head of the coaching team because you giving back. He the head of the baseball team because you giving back. Share your gift. I love you. And if you know somebody that is potentially suffering with depression or being distracted or, going through a tough time, would you share this with them? Be blessed, and I love you. Remember, it's time to live again. And living again doesn't mean that you don't love them, but it's time to go on with your journey. The baton has been passed to you. Do the right thing. Be blessed.